My Aunt Marguerite is 85 years old and just recently graduated from medical school with 3 of her friends. And the way she explains it is this: my girlfriends and our husbands have passed on, and we were tired of the bridge club and the garden club, so we all went back to medical school. Now, 3 of us went to Emory University. Y'all may have heard of Emory. You know, they invented those procedures named after that Irish girl, the heart procedure, angioplasty. That's a little humor. But Mary Frances went to the Georgia College of Medicine in Augusta, and there's nothing wrong with that. And we opened up a hospital in Deep Step, Georgia, called Southern White Old Lady Hospital. We serve 2 purposes mostly. We're a hospice for people who won't admit it. A lot of very conservative people don't like the word hospice because they first heard of it from Bill Moyers on the PBS. So they think death and dying is a liberal issue. But we're also the emergency room for the ashamed. Now, when Ray McFarlane had y'all know Ray McFarlane, he's got the asthma. And he carries an albuterol inhaler in his pocket. And one day he had a bronchial episode, and he pulled the albuterol inhaler out, and but he had a sucret in the barrel, and it got caught in his esophagus. And it wasn't going to dissolve because it was still in the wrapper. So he came to our hospital. Now, our hospital is an antebellum house. It's an old one. But there are 2 magnolia trees on the side, so we only have to paint the front. And came into our carport portico that we have there. And when Gene Cannon retired from his little pure oil station, you remember the little pure oil station you used to have in your town, with only 2 pumps, had an air hose bell. Remember the air hose bell? You drive over, it goes kang, kang. Well, when he retired, he sold it to us. And we put it in our emergency lane. So Ray, when he came in, went kang, kang. And we all went out and helped him. Well, Mary Frances practices holistic medicine and alternative cures. And she went into the kitchen of our hospital and pulled out her favorite hot sauce. It's called Scorned Woman. And she put it in a little pill cup. You know, those little pill cups, you know, that you get at a hospital. It's like what you put your ketchup in at the Wendy's hamburger. Except this is a medical supply, so it's $40. And she poured in some of that little hot sauce and gave it to him, and he was healed. The same sort of thing happened to Sally Lynette. Now, she's a realtor, and she was talking on her cell phone, the little phone, and a dog ran in front of her car, and she pulled over and swerved, and somehow the phone got caught in her hair. She dyes her hair Clairol black velvet, but she was due for a dye job, and her ringtone is the hustle. Well, she came to our hospital, screaming and carrying on, and Mary Frances took her in there and took out some bandage scissors and said, there you go. Of course, now she had a white patch. It was terrible. She looked like Pepe Le Pew. So we went down to the drugstore and get some more Clairol black velvet, but Mary Frances, cut her hair, and she'd never cut hair before. She was having a good time and cut it up and everything, and then it was sort of limp. We dyed it, and it looked good, but it needed some product, it needed something there. So we opened the drawer. Well, we do, colonoscopies, and we pulled out a tube of that, it's the abbreviation for Kentucky. And if you get it, you shouldn't be offended. And, pulled it and made a little spikies with it there. She looked beautiful. And she said, oh, I look 10 years younger. And then we charged her Blue Cross Blue Shield plenty for that medical procedure. And that's the end of my little story for you.